Beautiful morning in the shack. Sun shining bright. Gnats are out, but the screen's doing a great job. It's perfect. Runs the full width of the shack, as I showed before. And so I'm sitting in here taking some sunshine. Probably do a little fishing later on. Well, good morning, folks. It's Sunday, and it's just a little bit after 7 a.m. I thought I'd head out to the shack, do me a little bit of fishing, maybe throw some fish food out in the water for them. They didn't seem to be too interested in the fish food yesterday when I threw it in the water. They came and looked at it, and that's about all they did. So, I don't know. It may work for sunfishing, it may not. It says for all kinds of fish. More for catfish than anything, I think. But, yeah, I'm about to find out. Well, maybe. It might take all season for them to get used to seeing it and coming to get it. So, got plenty of gnats flying around. They're a nuisance. We've got buffalo gnats here. Where they came from, I don't know. But right after it starts warming up to around 75 degrees on a regular basis, they come along and they stick around until it gets up around 90 degrees, and then they'll finally go away. We've got a grass carp here. We've got, I think, 2 or 3 left. We bought our cabin 18 years ago, and there were 6 at the time. One died the first year that we were here, and I think we're down to 2 or 3. They're about 4 foot long. They're nice big ones. They won't bite on the hook, which is fine because they don't breed. They don't spawn at all. So they're just in here to eat the grass, and they're doing a poor job of it, but hey, they're surviving. Anyway, I'm here at the shack, so let's climb out and get comfortable. I decided to bring my Ozark Trail cooker out here because it's got an igniter on it, and I don't always have my cigarette lighter with me for some reason, and if I do, it doesn't always have butane in it. So I brought this one out because it will ignite when I want it to. So I'm making some hot water to make coffee. I've got my cooksa, and I've got coffee bags inside the shack, and doing some fishing. I've caught a small red ear and a nice bluegill. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sunshiny, calm morning. Well, got me a little bass. That's typical size for the bass in this lake because it's overstocked, and that's just big enough to make a good pan fryer. And there are no limits on this lake. Since we stocked it, it's ours, so I'm going to keep this one, put him in with the bluegill. So there it is. Fresh coffee in my homemade cook pot. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's hot. Oh yeah, perfect. Well, I finished my coffee. Decided I needed to get out onto the lake, do a little fishing out here. And got my first nibble, but I was busy trying to set the camera up. Missed it. Oh well. That's why it's called fishing, right? Anyway, the shack is nice and comfortable right now. You can get in out of the sun. It's not too hot yet, but later on in the day it will be, because it gets real hot inside that shack with that brown roof on it. But it's Sunday, so I'm going to be heading home before the day's over with. I got things I got to get done. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm working. There's one. Not a big one, but it's fish, so you know. Just a little bluegill. We had a campfire out here at the cabin last night. My sister-in-law and her husband showed up. Next door neighbors came over. We cooked some hot dogs over the campfire, drank a few beers, had a nice visit. It's always fun when you have friends that'll come over and just visit. There's one. Oh, it's a bass. Okay, we'll pull it up and see what it looks like. It's not too bad. It's worth keeping, just to depopulate a little bit. I invite people out here to fish all the time. They don't come, but that's their choice. I mean, you know, they don't have to. I guess if everybody showed up, we'd be fished out, but they don't, so not a big deal. Okay, put that one in the basket. Pull out. That's a fair-sized bluegill right there. Good fighter too. Now mind you, we don't have any hybrid bluegills in here, so they're not going to be nearly as big as the hybrids that you can catch. But the hybrids don't spawn either, from what I've been told. So yeah, they wouldn't do much good in this pond, or lake, or whatever you want to call it. 7.5 acres, I guess it's a lake. Anyway, we're having a good day so far. Rebait this. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've never seen chartreuse worms before. I picked these up at Farm and Home Supply, and they're live worms. But they're chartreuse. Every one of them. Another halfway decent bluegill. Not the biggest, but it's worth keeping. Another nice bluegill. They're right up next to the shore. They spawned recently, and these guys are guarding the fry. Let's see if we can tuck that back up underneath that tree again. Not quite, but it's up there where I can maybe catch something. Wait and see. Well, I went ahead and tied a lure on. Caught a halfway decent bass. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a Mepps spinner. It's a larger one. I'm not used to using the bigger lures, but hey, when they quit biting on the worm, you go for the lure. When they quit biting on the lure, you change the lure. So yeah, not a bad fish. It'd be good eating, I know that. Next cast in the same area, a little bit smaller. I think I'm going to throw this one back. But yeah, they're biting on that lure. Something I didn't expect to see. A bluegill on a lure that big. Nice, real nice. Well, nature's bounty has proven to be good again. The time I get these cleaned up and froze, I think we'll be ready for the community fish fry. Half a dozen bass, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nice bluegill. So yeah, 16 fish this morning. That's not too bad for a couple hours of just sitting and relaxing. Well, all things considered, it's been a pretty good weekend. Caught a bunch of fish. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. I have to work. But we had a campfire last night, and a couple of in-laws came over, and next door neighbors came over. We had a pretty good time. Time to leave the cabin, go back to work. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that bell icon to get notified whenever I put up a new video.